Perhaps the biggest surprise from San Francisco beating the Bears is how their defensive line absolutely dominated without Nick Bosa. On the day, they had 6 sacks led by Yetur Gross-Matos, who had 3, and a pressure rate of 27.8%, which was good enough for him to be nominated the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. So in this video, I want to break down his standout performance against the Bears alongside some other defensive linemen that really impressed me in this game. But starting out with Gross-Matos, what immediately stands out on his tape is just how strong of a player he is. On his first sack, for instance, San Francisco is running a stunt, which has Gross-Matos breaking towards the interior of the offensive line using a bull rush in hopes of getting Leonard Floyd free. But the player that actually makes the play is Yetur Gross-Matos after he absolutely just dominates his man. In a similar way on his third sack, Gross-Matos pulls out his old reliable bull rush, absolutely drives 70 back into Caleb Williams, and then has the power to actually bring down Williams while being blocked. To go along with this bull rush, when he was stuffed there, he had a nice spin he could come back to, like on his second sack where he was able to bring down Caleb Williams before he was able to scramble. A big reason I think he found so much success in this game is because he's finally healthy. He's been battling injuries all year like most of San Francisco's team, but this game looked dominant. And most importantly for San Francisco, in my opinion, it looks like Gross-Matos is going to be great at setting the edge and eliminating a lot of these runs that have been hurting them. So on early rundowns, I think you can put him on the edge where he'll be successful funneling runs back inside, and then on later pass downs, you can put him at a defensive tackle spot or even on the outside, just mix things up and see where he can find success. The other defensive end that really impressed me in this game was Leonard Floyd. He still has so much speed despite being an older player, and I love how San Francisco is mixing in these stunts where he's able to take advantage of his athleticism. Here, for instance, you can see how he fakes outside, then breaks hard inside, and ultimately gets the sack on Caleb Williams. Moving inwards on the defensive line, the defensive tackle that really impressed me in this game was Malik Collins. He's such an explosive player for his size, often offensive linemen can't keep up with it, and I love how he sets up players. On his first sack, for instance, he fakes hard inwards before coming back on a nasty swim move, and ultimately, this is just too much for the center to handle, and he's able to bring down Caleb Williams for his lone sack on the day. So even without Nick Bosa, San Francisco's defensive line finally appears to be hitting its stride, and with the addition of him, I can only imagine how dominant they could be. But ultimately, these are just my thoughts about San Francisco's dominant defensive line performance, and I'd like to hear your thoughts down below. And another player that I thought stood out here that I didn't include in this video was Evan Anderson, and I'll link that video right here. And as always, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.